Welcome back to the Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into running a Streamlit application directly from a Google Colab notebook. Look, setting up cloud environments can definitely feel a bit overwhelming at times, but today we're going to tackle it completely painlessly, step by step, to give you a totally foolproof blueprint for your own projects.
All right, let's just address the elephant in the room right off the bat. How in the world do we actually expose a local web application framework like Streamlit to the public internet when we're working inside a restricted cloud environment like Colab? It is a super common roadblock for developers who just want to share their data apps without wrestling with complex deployment pipelines.
To demystify all of this, we're going to break it down into 6 simple steps. The Streamlit challenge in Colab, how nrock helps, installation and file setup, authentication via secrets, generating our public URL, and finally a project, the high-low game. Starting right off with part 1, the Streamlit challenge in Colab. So here is the core conflict. When you're building an app locally, let's say in VS Code on your laptop, your server just runs effortlessly on your local IP address. You literally just type localhost into your browser and boom, your app is right there. But Google Colab? Well, it's an isolated, headless environment sitting on a Google server somewhere. It doesn't have a screen, and it certainly doesn't just let outside traffic wander in. It essentially needs a specific, secure bridge to connect to the outside world. Which brings us right to part 2, how ngrok helps. Simply put, ngrok is a secure tunneling service. It creates a direct link from your isolated Colab environment straight to the public internet. Think of it like a specialized delivery pipe. It completely bypasses Colab's isolation and hands you a temporary, accessible URL that you can click on yourself or even share with clients to showcase your Streamlit app in real time. Moving along to part 3, installation and file setup. First things first, we've got to install our tools. Since we're working inside a Jupyter Notebook environment in Colab, we can't exactly type terminal commands normally. We have to use Python magic commands to tell Colab to run in the command line. So we just run an exclamation mark followed by pip install Streamlit, and then run another exclamation mark for pip install pyngrok, which is the Python wrapper for our tunneling service. Next up, we hit a little quirk with Colab. You see, Streamlit doesn't natively support running directly from interactive notebook files. You know, those files ending in .ipnb. To fix this, we simply jump into the Files tab on the left side of Colab, create a new file named app.py, and this is where we'll write our basic Streamlit UI code. Just starting with a simple import Streamlit as est to get the ball rolling. Let's move to part 4, authentication via secrets. Now, I want you to remember this fantastic analogy. An authentication token is literally like a house key. You absolutely do not share it with everyone. You keep it locked in a secret vault. If you paste that key directly into your script and share your Colab notebook publicly, anyone out there can use your tunneling account. So instead of hard-coding that key, we're going to handle this like pros. First, you grab your free auth token from the ngrok dashboard. Then you save that token right in the Colab Secrets tab. It looks like a little key icon. And save it under a name like pyngrok_auth_token. Finally, we safely import it into our code via the google.colab user data module. Your code works flawlessly, but your key stays totally invisible. All right, part 5, generating our public URL. Before we actually connect, I want you to burn this number into your memory, 8501. This is absolutely crucial because it's the default port number Streamlit automatically uses to run its local server. When we tell ngrok to open that tunnel, we have to tell it exactly which door to knock on, and for Streamlit, that door is always 8501. So to execute, we launch our app.py file via a magic command. Then we just connect ngrok specifically to port 8501. And finally, we print that generated public URL. You just click that link, and all of a sudden, the Streamlit app living inside your isolated cloud environment is open in a brand new browser tab for the entire world to see. Okay. Let's take a quick breather and summarize what we've accomplished here. We have essentially installed our tools, isolated our code by creating app.py, totally secured our authentication token, and successfully connected ngrok to Streamlit's port. And that leads us to our final step, part 6, project high-low game. Now that our pipeline is perfectly set up and tested, let's actually build something fun. We're going to build a classic high-low game. It's super simple but highly effective for practice. The computer will generate 2 random numbers between 1 and 100.
The user then guesses if their number is higher or lower than the computer's number, and will track the score over 5 rounds. Now here is a major pro tip for you. Do not build your UI and your logic at the exact same time. It's so much better to test your basic Python random integer generation and your user input logic first, completely on its own. Prove that your core foundation works flawlessly before routing it into the Streamlit UI.
And honestly, there you have it. You've now got a complete, highly secure blueprint for taking any Python script, wrapping it in a gorgeous Streamlit interface, and sharing it globally straight from Google Colab. With this massive technical hurdle officially out of the way, I guess the only real question left is, now that your secure cloud tunnel is live, what amazing Python application are you going to deploy next? Keep building, keep experimenting, and I will catch you in the next explainer.